lot of people that have what they like and what they want to do, but I'm not one of them. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Showumi Mary Oshifoduri, and this is Showumi O'Clock. On Showumi O'Clock, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about midwifery, we talk about career progression, we talk about everything that you need to be an awesome person. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about career progression for midwives. So why do I say career progression for midwives? Because this is what I can relate to. So, but if you're a nurse, there's some aspect of these videos that would also make sense to you. So don't be quick to just discard this video. You can also watch it, and it can even motivate you to do your own findings about how to progress as a midwife. You know, like you all know, I started working here in the UK about a year and 6 months ago. That's about 18 months, and I am a band 6 midwife. I'm a band 6 midwife. So being band 6 was kind of programmed, like you have to get some skills signed off and you go on to band 6. But where do we go from that band 6? What do? You know, you have to fight for, you have to know what you want to do. But unfortunately, the system here is very, very different to what you are used to. For example, in Nigeria, the number of years that you use in a particular organization, let's say if you're working for Lagos State, they have some steps, some levels that you are going to go to. You just take the promotional exams, then you move to the level. Maybe every 3 years you move to one level, you move to another level. I think they used to call it senior nursing officer, nursing sister, like that. Then before you get to ADNS, which is the assistant director of nursing services, you know, there's a standard progression that is already in place. So when you are working for the government, you know that this is where you are going to, and that is what you're going to direct your goal towards. But here it is so different. I know for some nurses, they can spend 3 years even on band 5 without even progressing, depending on the ward they have, depending on the politics of the ward. You know, it just depends on so many other things. So us as midwives, we have a standard procedure. Like when you come in as a newly qualified midwife, like newly qualified to the UK, you're going to be under the preceptorship program. So that preceptorship program is going to be, they're going to support you to get your goals. You pass your OSCE, then they make sure you are qualified or you are skillful in some important skills. For example, suturing, cannulation, you know, what other skills was very important? A lot of IV administration, a lot of skills were put in place, and it also depends on your confidence on the ward. So on your 6 months probation meeting, your manager is going to talk to you about how you've done so far and what they think, if you've not achieved those proficiency goals, what they think is going to help you. And once you have achieved your proficiency goals, we have a book that we kind of sign things. It's just like a logbook that you sign things, like your RIN in school, your record of instruction. Yeah, like that's something we sign. And once you've signed that, you can meet your practice development and schedule a meeting. Then they'll review you and give you your band 6. So it's very, very possible. There are a lot of people that have what they like and what they want to do, but I'm not one of them. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. And I know some of you watching this video are not like that. I don't know what I want. Like, I used to think that I love clinicals. Yes, I love clinicals. When I was on the delivery suite, I enjoyed every part of it. I enjoyed every day working on the ward. But now, they've moved to my ward. I'm now on the postnatal ward, and I dread going to work. Not like that, maybe because of my mindset, but I'm trying to like rework my mindset so that I'm going to like it. But I don't know what I want. But there's some of you that really know what you want, and you can pursue that. For example, I have a friend that loves research, and she's now pursued a career in research. So from there, she can starts to be a research midwife, then from there she progresses, go to the national state, the regional stage of researching, till she's going to be heading researches and all of that. That is a career pathway. So today I've just come out to discuss some of the career progressions that I know, or the pathway that you can pick in midwifery that will enhance your career progression. For example, intrapartum midwife. If you're an intrapartum midwife, like I think I am, not sure, I'm just going to explore everything, I'm not sure yet. You can work on the delivery suite, you can work on the midwife-led suite, you can work as an home birth team, and you can progress you can progress up to band 7. That's what I know. But I know people that are taking more courses that would maybe lead them to above band 7, maybe band 8, band 9. I'm not sure of that, but what I know, what I see is you can progress up to band 7. So in my own ward, in my own hospital, you start as a band 5. Once you get to band 6, if you are confident in yourself and there is a role opening for a band 7, or there is a secondment opening for a band 7 midwife, which is a midwife in charge role of the delivery suite, you can either apply for the secondment training. The secondment training, you are still a band 6, but you are kind of watching what the band 7 person is doing. So that will give you an edge if there's any role for band 7. So if you've done a secondment role before in band 7, it's so easy for you to integrate into that role, unlike if you are just going to be introduced into the band 7. So those are the opportunities that you can watch out for. You can be a team lead in the intrapartum, in your own birth team. They have roles for band 7, band 6, coordinator in your own birth team. So you can also go to that area. And also you can work on the midwifery-led team. I know people that are band 7 and are on the midwifery-led team, you understand? So that's very, very good for you if it's something that you want to do. Also, we have the postnatal midwives, and antenatal midwives. These postnatal midwives, they work with people who have currently delivered, and they take care of them. Some of the people that are on the ward, some of the midwives on the ward, you work with the women that have just delivered. If postnatal is your team, you can even specialize more to be a breastfeeding support midwife, or you can get a role in infant feeding team. It would help you a lot because you are able to provide more support to people who are currently delivered. You can even be a birth reflection midwife. That means you can work with, you can get a role to be able to review people who maybe had traumas in their delivery and talk them through that pathway. Birth reflection is something I really love. I've not seen an opening for that in this my trust, but it's one of the things I'm really looking out for. You can also be an high dependency midwife. That is, people that need high level of care. People that need high level of care, you can also work with them. So you can be an high dependency midwife. You can work in the antenatal team. You can screen people, book them. I've never worked in the antenatal team here in the UK, and I'm not really sure about what they do there, but what I know is that they book antenatal appointments for women. They see women during their antenatal period and give them some advice, tell them who to call in cases of emergency, and they refer them to the consultants or to the safeguarding team or to the puppy team. Like anything that they need, any extra support they need, they are able to refer them to. There's another one that I know of, is the diabetes team midwife. You can be a diabetes specialist even as a midwife. So you can see women who are maybe who have type 1 or type 2 diabetes, or if their diabetes are controlled, or they have gestational diabetes. So you can see them, and if you need extra help, you can refer them to the consultant. But as a midwife, you're going to have your caseload. You're going to, as a diabetes specialist midwife, you have your caseload. You know what to do. You will take some extra courses, and that is another way to being a specialist. Also, we have the community midwives. The community midwives are the people that work in the community. When they say community midwife, that is, they come to your house they come to your house, you know, they know you. They after delivery they will even come again. And there's another thing that we call continuity of care. That is the same midwife that sees you antenatally would be with you during labor and is also going to continue your postnatal care. Although it's something they've just started, but I think it's a really good idea because you can trust that person that you've seen all through your delivery. You know, it makes you more calm and it's really good. We have the continuity team here. So these are one of the career pathways that you can go for. Also, I've mentioned the research. I mentioned the research. You can join the research team. You can be a digital midwife. That is, you work with the IT department, but as a midwife, because you're going to be working with all the troubleshootings, you're going to be working with innovative ideas to make the EPR, which is the electronic patient record that we are already using, the system that we are already using, to modify it in such a way that we can get auditable data. We can get a lot of data that we can use to analyze the care that is being given to these women. So you can be a digital midwife. It's very, very interesting. The digital midwife, I find it interesting because every time on your EPR, you just find out that they've added something new or they've removed something, you understand, just according to whatever is going on your trust. It's very, very interesting, and I know someone that is already going through that route, and they do a lot of trainings. You know, they teach you what to do, what to expect. They can solve everything that is going on with your EPR. If not, they know how to even to escalate to the IT team. You understand? You know, the IT team, they are not used, they might not be doctors, they might not be nurses, they don't really know well. They can only create a model, but they still need nurses and midwives to like be there to tell them that, okay, this is what we think we should do about this. So we have the elective section midwives. You will be shocked. The day I saw it, I'm like, oh my goodness, is this a role? So this person, what this person does is to control the elective section thing, list. So what you do is that on the days that they are elective section, you are going to be the midwife that is going to receiving the baby, give vitamin K, do the record for each section. So you go in with the women and their partner to the theater, you transfer them to the recovery, and you do that for all the lists. So you know the people that are coming in, I think you will call them for follow-up too, and you are just in charge of the elective section list. This role might be a part-time or a full-time role, and also you are free on your bank holidays because they usually know elective section for bank holidays. Another role that I know that is interesting is the induction of midwife role. It's a very sweet role that I'm also looking at to venture into, because you learn more skills about induction of midwife, induction of labor, how to use the cook's balloon, how to put in pastries, prepares everything, and what are the guidelines that are going to be in place. You also manage the list of people that are supposed to come in. If someone delivers before then, you know how to just change the list and make sure induction of labor keeps going. I think out of every 10 pregnancies in the UK, 4 are induced. So you see how heavy the induction of labor team work. Also, there is something they call the practice development midwife role. This practice development role, you are there to support other midwives that are coming up. So it's a special team of midwives. They work on supporting people to getting their proficiency in kind of bringing you, what would I say, making you comfortable in your new role, supporting you. That's what they do. Practice development, to develop your practice. And also they are in charge of trainings. You know, they nominate people that would be doing some training. For example, I've applied to several trainings that I think I would benefit from, but they are the ones that would choose in order of priority to know who the trust is really going to benefit from if they give you that training. So the practice development midwife, they also help in your OSCE training, supporting you. Even the international midwives, you have people that would support you while you are there. Yeah. And we have the administrative roles. These administrative role is if you want to become a ward manager, you want to become a deputy ward manager, you know, you are going to be in charge of the administrative role, the rota, everything. Like, there's a lot of things that you're going to do. You're going to be collecting data, you know, make sure the running of the ward is done very smoothly. You'll be attending meetings upon meetings, and you would know how to communicate what to do to your subordinates. So this is also an interesting role. You can go up to band, I think 9 even in this type of role, and you can keep going, because once you are a ward manager, you can become the lead midwife, or what, matron. You can become a matron, you can become a manager, you can become like, today it goes up to even director of midwifery services. You can become the director of midwife. So that role is up to band 9 or band 9, and that's a lot. So if that is one thing you were willing to pursue, you can start now by, you know, if there's any secondment, if there's any vacancy, you apply, and you'll definitely be trained for it. And once you're in the management role, you know what to do, you know how to navigate your way. You can even move from one trust to another if the post you are looking at is not available in your current trust. So that's another thing that I have seen here. What else is on my list that I have not talked about? Let me just see. So there are lots of opportunities out there for midwives. It is left for you to key into whatever opportunity that you want to do. But for myself, I'm currently on the postnatal ward. So what I really think I want to do is to settle in the postnatal ward, just to get because I'm the one in charge now. Like, as a postnatal midwife, and you're band 6, you're going to be the one in charge. So this in charge role is also making me, you know, it's more of coordinating, telling people what to do, coordinating the whole ward, solving problems and all of that. So it's multitasking. I like the multitasking, but I'm yet to settle properly into this role. Another thing I am going to say is that I think I'm going to look into the induction of labor role to see if I'm going to like it. But I really want the skills, because I love being skillful. So those are one of the skills I want to hold on to, and also maybe to join the triage team and the day assessment unit. So that's what I'm looking forward to do this year. And hopefully, I've not resumed, I've been on leave, so I'm just going to be resuming to work, and I'm going to see if I can get through my matron. Yeah, I've forgotten what we call her. Yeah, she's the matron. Yeah, matron. To see if I can discuss with her, to see if she can draw out a plan for me. There are some trainings that I wanted to do last year, but I was unable to do. And again, hey, don't be like me. Oh, make use of your appraisal. I know if you came to the UK last year, you are going to be due for an appraisal soon. Make use of your appraisal. Use that appraisal to your benefit. I think I'm just going to make another video of how to maximize your appraisal. I didn't maximize mine. That's because I was very sick during the period of my appraisal. So instead of me to postpone the appraisal, I just did it, and it was just there. So all these things I'm talking about are like the goals, what I want to do, are supposed to be what I should have spoken of in my appraisal, and they might have even come out with a plan for me. But unfortunately, I messed things up. But I hope to do better this year, and I hope you don't make the same mistake as me. I wish you all the best in your career, and I hope that this video it's of interest to you, and it helps you to gain your ground and to lead you to career fulfillment. With love from me. To see you in our next video. Bye for now.